Hello everyone! Our lesson for today is all about calculate cost of production. Food costing. It is the cost of your ingredients and does not include other costs such as labor and overheads. Food costing is an essential tool in determining whether food cost targets are being met. On basic recipe costing. Understanding the basics of recipe costing is important so that you can know how much food cost is incurred on each recipe. Understand how properly price your dishes to achieve a target profit. Study the way your competitor price their dishes against industry benchmark. Know when to reduce a recipe cost. Find out each menu item's profit margin and decide which ones to promote through suggestive selling promotions. Food costing tools. Standard recipe. Costing based on a standard recipe makes it easy to compute food cost based on the servings that are needed. Up-to-date ingredient cost. Current prices should be the basis of costing, thus, the need to do a price check from time to time. Recipe cost sheet. For recording data and all information about the recipe, such as current unit cost, actual ingredient cost, and cost per portion. How to calculate markup percentage. First, let us define markup. It is the difference between how much an item costs you and how much you sell that item for. It's your profit per item. Any person working in business or retail will find the skill of being able to calculate markup percentage very valuable. Next, selling price. It is the seller's final price. It is the amount that the customer pay for something. The exchange can be for a product or service in a certain quantity, weight, or measure. Purchase cost, or the buying price, is the amount of materials or items that you will going to use in a certain product. It is also a basis for calculating gain or loss when selling your product. Yield is the number of output or products that you made in a specific recipe. Calculate your peso markup. This is done by subtracting your buying price from your selling price. For example, your selling price is 15 pesos minus the purchase cost, which is 10 pesos. So your peso markup is now 5 pesos. Calculate percent markup based on cost. This is done by dividing the peso markup by the cost. For example, your peso markup is 5 pesos divided by the purchase cost, which is 10 pesos. Now, the percentage markup cost is 0.5 or 50%. Calculate your percent markup based on selling price. This is done by dividing the peso markup by the selling price. For your example, peso markup is 5 pesos divided by the selling price, 15 pesos. Now, your percentage markup is 0.33 or 33%. Calculate your total cost. This is done by multiplying your quantity to the unit cost. For example, the quantity is 3 pieces multiplied by the unit cost, which is 5 pesos. Now, the total cost is 15 pesos. Calculate your total production cost. This is done by adding all the total cost. For example, 45 pesos plus 10 pesos plus 15 pesos is equal to 70 pesos, which is the total production cost. Calculate your selling price per serving. This is done by dividing the total markup cost to the yield. For example, the total markup cost is 276 pesos divided by yield 24. So the selling price per serving is 11.50 or you can sell it at 12 pesos. Adobo recipe with costing. Given the following recipe and its estimated cost, compute for the total purchase cost and impose a 50% markup to determine the selling price of your product. Yield is 5 servings. Adobo recipe with costing. 1 kilo chicken is 140 pesos per kilo, and that will be 140 pesos. 1 head of garlic, which is 50 pesos per kilo, approximately has 20 pieces per kilo, and now it will be 3 pesos. 5 tablespoons of soy sauce, that is 24 pesos per bottle. Approximately, it has 32 tablespoons, and that will be 4 pesos. 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 2 pesos per small pack. Each pack has a half teaspoon, and that will be 4 pesos. 1 cup of vinegar is 10 pesos per bottle, approximately 2 cups per bottle, and it will be 5 pesos. 3 tablespoons of cooking oil, 32 pesos per bottle, approximately 32 tablespoons, and it will be 3 pesos. Now, the total production cost is 159 pesos. Computation of the price per piece. Total production cost is 159 pesos plus the total markup cost, which is 79.5. The total is 238.5. Now, to get the selling price per piece, we have to divide it by the yield, which is 5. Now, the total is 47.7 or you can sell it at 48 pesos.